Hey guys, my name is the Poke of Wall Street, aka recording another video about something that happened recently and I found very interesting. I know it's a very long name to remember, but you can remember me as the Poke of Wall Street. So recently, I found an individual whose name I will not share, and I should probably edit out his name, but I took some screenshots of what he said, and I would like to discuss why the title says exactly what I said. For some backstory, I was currently sniping in Underground, and I was doing pretty good, you know, as I've been doing lately with Amy, and I kept sniping this one dude, and he was running from the objective, well, from spawn to the objective in the last area. He jumped, I headshotted him as he jumped, which is very easy to do because most people just run in a straight line and you headshot the man. He gets gibbed and he's like, "What? Yeah, you're a suspect." Then I just said, "Lol, you just have never played against an okay sniper. I'm an okay sniper. I would never call myself suspect, although every now and then I do some interesting things." But yeah, I found it very interesting that he was so readily prepared to call cheats on people when this game doesn't have that huge cheater background. If you check games like CSGO, which, you know, I played a casual game just recently, and the first casual game I start playing, look at that, it's two cheaters, one on one team, one on the other, and they both admit it publicly, and they're like, "I'll stop when he stops." No, this game doesn't have that community, the populous community enough for people to start cheating, although people do cheat, and it does happen, and it's very easy to get cheats. It's just that it's not as common as in other games. So this person continue on, you know, I said that, "Lol, you just never played against an okay sniper." And as he's running up to me, he's a nader, he's running as I type that. I finish typing it and I'm like, "Oh geez," I see him, he starts shooting me, and if I die, it's over. I'm done. I'm embarrassed for the rest of my life, and I will have no credibility in the internet community. So what do? I 180 flick onto his head and I headshot him and I give him. And I teabagged him, and then I said, you know, haha, you know, skill, get wrecked, nerd, don't walk in a straight line, sort of deal, right? Very polite. And then he says, "The only reason people use them is easy kills." And that kind of hit me like, this man has no idea what he's talking about. This guy, this man's boy, Sonny boy, my dude. Why are you saying that people use snipers for easy kills? If that were the case, everybody would use snipers. And why is sniper? Sure, a lot of people think they can do sniper until they don't, and then they just use something else, but a lot of people don't do good with sniper, and it's not the easy kills, at least in my opinion, in my experience. So I said, "You think sniping is easy kills, yet you play nader." Because let's think about it. What sort of execution skill is required for a sniper? It's all aim and movement and map awareness and knowledge and hearing. It's all a lot of like physical, mechanical things that allow you to you know, you have to practice your aim consistently to be any good. There's no room for failure. You either miss or you hit. There's only two things, and you either hit a headshot or you're screwed, right? And nader, not to, you know, poop on nader mains or anybody that plays nader. I play nader and she's lots of fun, but you've got a ton of grenades that you can shoot very quickly and deal a ton of damage, and can, you know, you've got an SMG that gives for a lot of room for failure, and it begs the question of, is this man truly aware of what is going on in this game? And that's when I thought, you know, this person must be new, or must think that they're good or extremely knowledgeable, yet in reality they're not. So I'm typing, and he's like, "Nader is more versatile than a sniper," and I'm like, "Yes, and?" I'm like, that's 100% correct. Sniping is purely mechanical. And he's like, "Camping is noobs. Snipers are campers." And I was thinking, do you know what game you're playing? This isn't Call of Duty where all you do is run around killing people. with your twitch reflexes and your SMGs shoot thousands of bullets a second and deal tons of damage really quickly. This is not that game where you're constantly wall running, parkouring like in Titanfall and melting people down. No, this is a game where there's health bars and no regenerating health, and SMGs don't deal as much damage, and explosives explosives and snipers kind of deal more damage than any single bullet, right? So I'm like, well, it's purely mechanical. Sure, Nader is more versatile since she can be used in attack and defense, and she can work with objectives and counter objectives and area denial. She can do tons of things a sniper can't. And I do not deny that. What I have to admit is that mechanical skill, purely mechanical skill, meaning repetition, aim movement, map awareness, game sense, that is also a highly important part of the game that every merc should have, and is highly important for snipers since you've got to aim. You have to aim. There is no other way. There is no excuse of I'll just overcome my lack of aim with a high fire rate. No, there is no high fire rate. It's actually extremely slow, and if you miss, that's that. You screwed up. So this man, I don't think he understands what mechanical means. He says, mechanical, see, you said it, no skill. And that's where I'm like, mechanical meaning purely skill. You don't get it, do you? And he's like, lol, wow. And I explain what mechanical means. All aim and movement. You making stuff up now. He spelled that wrong, but it's, like any other merc. Like any other merc, there are certain fundamentals that you need and certain fundamentals that you may not need since you have other things to overcome that. For example, an extremely fast merc is going to be heavily reliant on movement, but Rhino doesn't need as much movement skill because he's so slow. Or somebody that shoots really fast doesn't require as much aim, but something that it's a hit or miss and you're done requires more aim, right? But a lot of mercs kind of have a ratio of how much movement do you need skill-wise versus how much aim, compared to your fire rate versus your damage, comparing that to your AoE, right? It all really is kind of a conglomerate that makes a personalized skill ratio for every single merc, and that's really why I like this game. But my issue is that I don't understand why this man had such a hard time coming to terms with the fact that snipers require skill, and that any other merc as well requires skill in similar aspects and in different aspects. But saying that snipers don't require skill because you got absolutely destroyed by somebody like me may mean that you are just not good. And yes, it came to be that the person was brand new to the game. We figured out a middle ground, and we're actually now on friendly terms. So if you figure out who it was, please don't be a jerk. Be kind and be aware of the new people. And if you meet somebody like this and you know that they're new, please don't be a jerk. Don't discourage them from playing the game. Encourage them to learn, rather than saying you're a loser because you don't know stuff because you're new. Be like, well, you've just never played against somebody better than you. You're probably come from a low-level servers, max level 6 or max level 25, and you're yet to experience, right? You're now a small fish in a really big pond, rather than a medium fish in a small pond, right? You're not the big man on campus. You're just another student, I also have new roles on the Discord server, so if you're a Twitch sub or a Twitch regular, for regulars, I'll add you personally. Sponsors still have their own individualized bracket. Pug Gang is an elite group that not a lot of people can join, but you can actually move up the ranks, and the higher up you go in the ranks, the more seriously I'll take you, actually. So as always, guys, have a great